Hello and welcome to Edupedia World. In this lesson we'll be taking a look at how you can edit video and images together in the After Effects timeline. Right now I've just opened up After Effects and I'm ready to start editing some video, and that is what we will learn here in chapter 3. We will learn how we can edit video and images, how we can cut and trim the videos, how we can add effects, and then I'll introduce you guys to scale, rotation, position, opacity, and the anchor point. And I'll also show you guys how you can export video and how you can pre-compose video. So to start off, we want to just import some video, and I've already shown you guys how it's done. So just import a file, and then I'll just select these three video files that I have and just import them. So we want to create a composition that has the properties of these three video clips, and since it's shot with the same camera, they will all be exactly the same. As you can see, it's all the same and the frame rate is the same. So we can just take one of these clips. Let's first just preview the clip. So we double click and it will be shown in our footage window. If we scrub through, we can see our clip, and it's just a close-up of a flower. The other clip is a little wider shot of the same flowers, and the third clip is of a horse. Actually, two horses. I would like to start with this clip, so I'll just drag and drop it into our composition. And now we will see that we have created a composition. You can see the composition up here, and the composition has the same settings as our footage. So if we just right click, composition settings, then we will see all of this is the same as our footage. We can give it a name, so flowers and horses. Bam, and there's a composition. So if we just drag the timeline along here, we can see our footage. Right now it's set to show frames, but if you control click on these numbers over here, we can change it to seconds, and I think that's a lot nicer to look at. So you can see here's 1 second, 2 seconds, up to 4 seconds. So I would like to have this clip shown in the beginning and then cut to the the close-up of our flowers. So I would like to just cut the video right here. There are a lot of different ways that I can do that. The first way we can do is just go out here to the side, and you can see the cursor changes. If I now click and drag, you can see I can shorten the clip, and if I hold shift, it will snap. Oh, sorry, I don't need to hold shift. I can just make it snap to where the cursor is. Just let go, and now I will have cut the video so it's only this long. As you can see, it's black from here. Now I wanted to cut to the other video, so I will find the other shot, which is here, and then just drag it into my timeline. And there we go. As you can see, our the wide shot is on top. I'll actually just name this wide shot and close up. So as you can see, our wide shot is on top, and that's why it's shown right now. And then when the shot ends, we'll see our close-up. If you look here to the end, you will see that our close-up has the beginning here. I can drag the beginning, but the end just continues on. And that is because the close-up shot is longer than the wide shot, and the composition has been made so it has the same duration as our wide shot, and that's why the close-up isn't shown, the full length of the close-up isn't shown. If we want to, we can take our close-up and just drag it like this, and then we'll get to the end. But another thing you can do is go into the composition settings. You can just right-click, composition settings, and then here where it says duration, we can just increase this to maybe 16. That will add 10 seconds. Just hit OK. And it doesn't really look like anything has changed. That's because this this little slider here, this defines the view area in the timeline. So if we just drag this all the way to the right, then we will see we have our full 16 seconds. And now we can see both our shots. So the idea is that we want to drag this to the end of the first shot, and here if we just hold shift, it will snap. And you can see here, and it transitions over to the other shot. So what if we want to go back to this other clip? How do we do that? We want to first duplicate this clip, because you can't have like a hole in one layer. One layer is only has one in and out point. It can't have like in, out, in, out. It's only in and then out. So if we want this clip to continue over here, we will have to duplicate it. And the way we do that is just highlight it and then Ctrl+D, or edit, duplicate. So now we can see we have two of the same layers. So if we want the other part, we'll drag this out and then drag this to the point where it stopped before, and then we can drag it to where we want it. So as you can see here, the white shot starts again. But this is a very it's not a very efficient method. It's much nicer if we can just split the clip, and I'll show you how you can do that right now. So let me just undo by pressing Ctrl+C, and instead of making a new clip, I'll just put this to the full length, and then I will do a split. So the way you do that is by doing Ctrl+Shift+D, and that will duplicate it, the video, but also split it, so the one half is on the one layer and the other half is on the other layer. So this is a much quicker way of splitting video by just splitting it instead of having to change the in and out points. So now we can see we have our wide shot. Then we move into a close-up and back to our wide shot. And at this point here, we can actually take this close-up shot and then just shorten it. And there we go. We have now cut between two clips. We can now just preview our video. We will first select our region to preview, so I will just go to the end and then press N to set the endpoint. You can also just drag this in, and then the beginning has been set correctly. Then I'll press 0, and that will start the preview. As you can see, it's already green because I've been scrubbing around with the cursor, and that means it has already cached all the video in the RAM. But if it didn't, then it would have to just go through and cache all the footage and then show it in real speed. So this is what our edit looks like. So I've actually already covered all the basics of editing in After Effects. The only thing you need to know how to do is split a layer and then trim the in and out point and duplicate a layer. That is basically all you do if you want to edit video in After Effects. Now let's try and do the same with this video of a horse, of these two horses. So I'll take the video and drag it onto the new composition button. And here we are. So let's just look through the video. I'll just turn off the audio. Okay, this is how it looks. And let's say here at 6 seconds I want to cut. So I'll just do Cntrl+Shift+D. And as you can see, I'm not here. Over here you can see I'm not exactly at 6 seconds. So we can change that. 0. And now we are exactly at 6 seconds. I will split the video by Cntrl+Shift+D. And then I'll say, okay, this is where I want to cut to. So Cntrl+Shift+D again. And then I'll just delete this, all the video I have here in between. Just press delete. And then I can drag all this footage over here, hold shift, and they will snap so they fit exactly together. So you can see what we've got now is the horse looking at us. And then here at 6 seconds, it will cut to the other horse eating some grass. And then let's say at 12 seconds, I want it to cut again. And we could even take this clip and then just drag this out so we could go back in time. And then say, okay, I want these 18 seconds. And there we go. Press N to set the out point. And here's our final edit. The horse looks at us. And then we cut to the black horse or brown horse. And then we cut back into time to where the horse is looking at us again. And now it's time to eat some more grass. So, as you saw, if we right click here and say composition settings, we can then change the duration. Another way of changing the duration, which is very handy, is when you have set this this work area, as it's called. When you change these, you define the work area. So now I've just defined the work area to be around these 3 clips. And if I want to change the composition so that it's only the length of these three clips, I can do that very easily by just right clicking and then say trim composition to work area. If I do that, then you'll see that the composition has been shortened to fit only these 3 clips. So in the settings, we'll see the duration is now 18 seconds. So that's just quick, very handy. It's just quick and very handy. So here, I didn't get them to line up correctly, but I can just drag the out point or the in point, and now it fits.
Thank you for watching Edupedia World. Stay tuned for more videos.